Hello guys, welcome back to another video of biology. Today we'll be looking at the nervous system, part 3. So thermoregulate we'll first be looking at the thermoregulatory center. The thermoregulatory center of the brain is found in a structure called the hypothalamus. It detects and responds to body temperature. Too high a body temperature can lead to enzymes denaturing and therefore death. So the thermoregulatory center then regulates the body temperature and is following on from homeostasis. So it uh, causes homeostasis to happen to get internal conditions constant. So lower the body temperature when it's too high, or increase it when it's too low. So monitoring body temperature. The thermoregulatory center in the hypothalamus monitors blood temperature using temperature receptors. They send impulses in sensory neurons, the temperature receptors, to the thermoregulatory center. And the body is designed to work between 36.5 to 37.5 degrees. If it goes anywhere higher, you can get a fever, and it goes lower, it's hypothermia and hyperthermia. So here's some images. So on the left, we can see where the thermoregulatory center is located, and also it works alongside hormones and then helps in maintaining homeostasis. And on the right, we can see vasoconstriction and vasodilation, which we'll be moving on to. So vasoconstriction is when the body is loses heat more than it can produce. So it's when you're in cold weather, your body has to block out heat to exposed areas to keep internal conditions constant, homeostasis. And vasodilation is when it's too hot and then more heat is lost. So vasoconstriction happens when the body temp is too low. Impulses stop being sent to sweat glands, so sweating stops. So we shiver, blood vessels constrict, so less blood flow to the skin, which means that things like frostbite can happen, especially when mountaineers are climbing Mount Everest. That's when frostbite is a risk. And also, frostbite happens so they're able to live by keeping their core body temperature and internal organs safe. So, vasodilation happens when the body temperature is too high. Sweat glands in the skin release more sweat. The sweat evaporates, transferring heat from the skin to the environment. Blood vessels leading to the skin dilate, so more blood flow is there. Then more heat is lost through to the environment. Also, the arterial muscles contract to decrease their size. So that's the name of the special muscle. And your skin will normally appear redder, and that's why we blush, which shouldn't be confused with when we're embarrassed. So it's two different types of blushing, with heat and vasodilation. And on the right, we can see like a flow chart. So the temperature receptors detect a decrease in blood, impulses are sent. Decrease in blood skin temperature, the thermoregulators send impulses to the muscles, and then we shiver, and then less blood flow to the surface. So it's just a chain diagram of what happens. So here's a table on vasoconstriction, vasodilation. So vasoconstriction is too hot, vasodilation is too cold, getting narrow, wider, decreases, increases. Heat loss in the skin decreases and increases. And then finally, we'll be looking at hyper and hypothermia. So hyperthermia is when it's too hot. so basically fever, and it's a condition where individuals' body temperature is elevated above, and the most frequent this most frequently happen during heat stroke and allergic reactions to drugs. And then too much hyperthermia can lead to death and organ failure. Hypothermia occurs when the body temperature is too low. It's a condition where the body's temperature is elevated below normal due to failed thermoregulation. The person's body loses heat faster than it can produce. And hypothermia too can also lead to organ failure, as it's not hot enough and the organs will almost like freeze. And the most common causes of hypothermia: exposure to cold weather or cold water. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and look out for my new videos.